What? No, they made calls. They just said they didn't make calls. Did the man just not say they didn't make calls? Am I tripping or y'all tripping? Didn't the man just say they didn't make calls? No, he just said they made calls. So which one is it, huh? They make the call or they didn't make the call, dog? What Chris Sims say, homie? They make the call or they didn't make the call, dog? What? Are we really serious right here? He just said they made no calls. They just got done saying they made no calls, dog. No calls. Period. Now they're saying they made all the calls, dog. Oh, bro, this is such cap. This is such cap, homie. This man just said they made no calls. Then this man just said they made calls for 5. Calls for 5. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are we really? Are you kidding me? So, Florio, I ask you this, Florio. Did you make this whole story? Did you create this story, Florio? Is it all really cap for a view in the cloud, homie? Let me know, Florio. Let me know, dog. Oh, my goodness, bro. Are you kidding me?
Was the guy that was their target there, right? And then within that, yeah, I'm not mad at them for maybe looking at a way to go, wait, this guy's really good. We think he could be the next Justin Jefferson and we don't have to pay him. Yeah, I mean, I get that, you know, but yeah, to your point, it's not the untouchable guy. It's it's not like they were shopping him either. But yeah, Kevin O'Connell can say that and sleep well at night to know, like, hey, I didn't lie. We weren't looking to trade him. We weren't calling teams, but
that's what you said,
Goofy. As we know, and
oh my gosh, you sound goofy right now. That was the whole thing. They said they were calling, trying to trade him. So yeah, Kevin O'Connell can live with that because he's probably telling the truth. And your story's cap. And your story's cap, homie. Hands down, man down. Your story's cap. Yeah, get to this shit, bro.
As I definitely know, teams were calling about Justin Jefferson. I was gonna say something else, and I forgot. I'm getting old.
To remember.
Yeah.
There's two important. Yes, you are. There's two important points to remember. Number one, as we said, if he's completely and totally untouchable, if there's no way, no how he's ever going to be traded, they hang up the phone on anyone who calls.
Why does he keep saying hang up the phone? Hang up the phone. What is your point with hanging up the phone, Florio? Nobody said it was a problem with them communicating with other teams, seeing what trade deals are out there if they couldn't get the deal done. What are you talking about, Florio? The whole argument, the whole thing is that you're trying to run from is that you made up a story or created a story or somebody created up a story, an erroneous story saying for sure, for certain that the Vikings wanted to trade Justin Jefferson and go up and get Malik Nabers, period, bottom line. Now your whole story is changing, Florio. That's the problem. That's erroneous news. You're one of the top analysts. How the hell do you get away with putting out bullshit news, dog? You attack the whole Vikings organization. You attack the whole Vikings news staff, workers, etc., beat writers, etc., try to make them look dumb and bad, like they didn't know what they talking about. When it comes down to it, you're the motherfucking one who's putting off false stories out there, Florio. If not you, somebody in your team or one of your direct line, or people you got a direct line to. Obviously, they giving you incorrect information, Florio. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? Man, I'm about tired of watching this interview. Are you kidding me, dog? That's your story, Florio? That's your story, Florio? Bro changed his whole story, bro. Keep switching it. Try to make it sound good. Nobody said it was about a call or the Vikings not taking calls. You kidding me?
They never engage in the conversations, and they engage in the conversations. Secondly, the Nabers thing. Folks, as we've said time and again, but I'm going to keep saying it until people start listening to us. Too many people heard it for there to be nothing to it. Chris and I heard it independently. We weren't even in communication on draft night about it. You were doing your videos. I'm doing mine. We both hear it independently. Others heard it. They move up to get Malik Nabers. That doesn't mean they were going to trade Justin Jefferson. I didn't hear that they were going to trade him if they had gotten Malik Nabers. All I heard is they were trying to get up to number 5 to get Malik Nabers. And people in the Chargers draft room wanted to do it. And Jim Harbaugh said, no, I want Joe Alt. We're not going to do it. And so what would that have meant? Do they keep?
What do you mean? Are these guys capping right now? Are we really sitting here capping right now? Of course they were going to trade Jettas. Goofy, you said on your last segment you knew they were going to trade Jettas. Why would they go up for a receiver if they weren't going to get rid of Jettas? What are you talking about? That makes no sense. If that makes you just said, what are you talking about, bro? Of course they would go up and get Malik Nabers because they was going to trade Jettis. He's a receiver. They're going to trade their best receiver. He's going to be a great receiver. You see what he's doing in New York, balling out. So yeah, we know which player they would have traded. That was the whole thing, Florio. You're a straight lying cap, bro. Lying cap. That was the whole point. They wanted to trade Jettis to be able to get up and move up into the 5 spot or take the Giants pick. That was the whole damn thing, Florio, that was created. Are you kidding me? Stop trying to fool people, dog. Make it put a little plot twist to it. We all know, dog. If you know anything about the Vikings or football in general, we all know that the Vikings, the person they would have traded would have been Justin Jefferson, dog. And they would have went and got Malik Nabers, homie. What are you talking about? Everybody knows it was Justin Jefferson. That's why it was such a big deal. Come on, bro. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap, homie.
Keep Justin Jefferson for this year and maybe franchise tag him the next year. They could have done it. They could have gone embarrassment of riches at receiver if they wanted to, because Malik Nabers is making $29 million over 4 years combined. As the 6th pick, it wouldn't have been much more than that as the 5th pick. And they got Jordan Anderson under a rookie deal. They could have done it if they wanted to. Or they just sit back and wait for somebody to make them an offer for Justin Jefferson. See, that's the point. They're able to say, plausibly, we never considered trading him. But the circumstantial evidence, which is every bit as potent as direct evidence, just because you didn't see it happen, doesn't mean you don't apply common sense to what transpired. You wake up in the morning, you went to bed, it wasn't.
You apply common sense, bro. You apply some common sense. Common sense will tell you if they were trading up for Malik Nabers, they would be trading Justin Jefferson, dog. Period. Bottom line. Why would they trade up for a receiver if they weren't going to lose a receiver? Florio, talking about common sense. They weren't going to trade Jordan Addison. They weren't going to trade Jalen Naylor, Brandon Powell. Nobody wants them. Are you kidding me? What player do you think the Giants would have taken, Florio? You kidding me? You talking about common sense when he ain't got no damn common sense. Who they would have traded, bro? We know who they would have traded. You hear me? You kidding me? Goodness, bro.
Snowing, you wake up in the morning, there's 3 inches of snow on your car. You didn't see it happen. You know that it snowed. And the thing that irks me about it, and it's a combination of access-driven journalism and naivete, kind of like that fan concept that trickles into the brains of some of the people that cover the team.
You're not a fan.
They just swallow the bullshit from the team. And I'm not saying it's bull, but they know that it's in their best interest to push the idea that there's no way, no how the Vikings were ever going to trade him.
That's
what
facts.
Kevin O'Connell is saying means it was never going to happen. And anybody who says otherwise is just making stuff up. And that is just incorrect. And if they're going to be aggressive about it and call out those of us who are hearing otherwise, then I'll be aggressive about it and say, don't hate us just because we were doing your job while you were asleep at the switch on the beat that you cover, or that you consciously decided to look the other way because you knew it was good for your career to look the other way and not pick at that possibility that they were talking about.
That's the most sense you have made the whole segment, Florio. That's the most sense you have made, huh? You finally got to the point. So you change your whole story or change your whole tune just to say the same thing again? What are you doing, Florio? Stand on something, bro. You got one story here. You got one story there. Which one is it, huh? Now you come back around and talk about how the Vikings didn't do their job once again. Come on, bro. Which one is it, Florio? You kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me, bro?
About trading up to get Malik Nabers, or that they were sitting back waiting and listening for an offer that might blow them away on Justin Jefferson. So don't throw darts at us and we won't throw darts at you. But let's be realistic about this. And that's what we're here to do. We're not just going to spoon feed you what people say. We're going to take you layers deeper and let you know what really goes on and what really happens and how these things work. And, it's funny. People just want to float around until something surprising happens. They say, wow, look at that. We didn't see that coming. We're here to try to help you understand that there's plenty of stuff you should see coming. And just because it doesn't happen doesn't mean it was never going to happen.
Yeah, I agreed.
Facts. I mean, that's the best. He made perfect sense right there. He should have left it at that. I mean, period. The whole segment, he's been changing the story. He should have went in directly right there, dog. Like, come on, Florio. Like you say, a whole nother thing to come back and say the same thing you said before, just in a different way. But you still didn't stand on it, dog. Now you got all these excuses. Now you got all these excuses, dog. Are you kidding me?
You're right. And again, hey, what do we expect? Kevin O'Connell doesn't want to, he doesn't even want to dive into that
we were
subject.
Going to trade him. Yeah, we thought about it.
Right.
Yeah,
the
we
guy
talked
that's
about
the leader of our team and all of that. Right. I mean, it's a no-win situation there. He wants to squash this. Right. And then, plays into it is what you're talking about. Yeah, the beat writers are part of it a little bit. They don't want to be disgruntled. They've had enough times where they've probably asked questions. And, hey, we know coaches, they've gotten good at.
So basically what they're saying is the Vikings wanted to hide it. The Vikings were trying to hide the story or didn't want to say it to save their jobs or save